Knights Academy. Training's in session.
Makes sense. All right, so last week you guys, or 2 weeks ago technically, you guys finally got through yet another room of peril, with Vol feeling morally conflicted for a moment, attacking a old comrade till he realized it was a doppelganger. You guys found a bountiful amount of loot and have collected most of it. You are all sitting much better on the amount of loot you got. Honestly, you guys have got enough here to fund almost anything you guys wanted to at this point outside of here. Now you just have to figure out how to get out.
We also have that big chunk of gold that should be worth a lot. The seal of the door, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
because we didn't break it or scratch it.
As long as Tupac doesn't attack us when we go to take it out of his big stuffed cat, or if he at least takes it out himself.
If he doesn't, I'm going to carve up that.
Oh, see, he'd be more willing to take it out himself than you guys taking it out. So, alright, so you guys finished clearing out that specific part. People are wounded, people are not wounded. You know, it's just kind of a normal day here. Tupac's just going to go back to his own little room there for a minute while you guys are deciding what to do.
I don't remember anything about the room.
The room you're in currently is like a diorama of an old city with liquid metal of some sort that is like super heated. Your blade is currently coated in it.
Yeah, I do remember that. But I don't really know what it is or what kind of metal it is or nothing. I just remember
silver,
that,
I think.
Well,
it's a silvery
he did
color.
Specifically say that it was silver. It was just silver in appearance.
Yeah. There is officially 2 more corridors on this level that you guys have not gone through at this point. But there is also going up the stairs to the next level.
Are there any like scrolls or tapestries or hieroglyphics that are on tablets or anything of that nature in this room?
No, you guys have picked this room clean.
Okay.
You might have missed... Wait, let's see. What was the last thing you put in the party loot? Because there may have been one more treasure chest you guys were trying to get through.
I thought I put it all in as soon as we were done. Let's see here. The last thing in here is clay pots with scented oils, perfumes, aromatic woods and spices, and it says the whole haul is worth 250 gold, weighs 10 pounds.
Okay, yeah, that is the darts. You got that whole thing. Okay, so you're good. So you have 2 hallways left on this floor that you guys have been through that you can know you can go to, or you can go up a level. What have you gotten so far for the gentleman, the dwarf that you have hired? Speaking of which, does anybody remember his name? Or am I don't remember
ever asking for his name. To be truthful.
The pirate guy?
Yeah, the one that beat the snap out of you.
He has his name. Most likely has his name.
I guess.
He clocked you so hard, you most likely have his home number as well.
I do not know his name. I just called him Peggy.
Peggy.
I'll have to go back and check that video to see if I actually gave him a name then. Either way, you know, he asked for 3 items if you could retrieve them. You've retrieved one of them for sure.
The bracelet.
Yeah. Bracelet, bracers, one of the something like that.
Have you retrieved the mirror yet? I don't know if you have yet.
No, nope.
No, I don't think so.
Nor the hellbent.
I know you haven't retrieved the halberd. I know which room that one's in. I can't recall which room the mirror is in, but you guys have cleared everything so far. So you have 2 rooms left. There's one to the north and one to the northeast, from Tupac's room. You want me to just move you back to Tupac's room?
Which way is north and which way is east on this map? Because you guys
north. Yeah, it's
the
north is right here.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's to the left, and then up is east, and right is south, and then down is west.
I really wish that they would have oriented it this way, but with the pre-made that they did, they oriented it the other way. It's like, oh, okay.
Don't you think, like, would it really hurt for us to just go, like, up is north? And we'd all know what we're talking about?
Probably not, but now that we've been doing this for several weeks,
It's
Like,
the
I'm just like,
continuity.
for next time when they do something like that, because I assume you might throw us in a different dungeon, like, would it really fuck with us if we were just like, you know what, north is up?
The only reason it would is because everything is written the way it is in the pre-written thing.
Yeah.
So when it's saying
Oh,
on the
okay.
northern wall, that's the only reason. Yes, it would.
Okay, that's fine. It's more of like a
So, like I said,
seems awkward.
one person is wounded. I don't know if you really care. Whoever's the person that is wounded, if you care about it or not. But
We have somebody wounded.
Yeah,
oh god, yeah,
I use my
Is
hands
did
to
Vol
go
get
up
wounded?
5.
yeah. Vol was the one who like single-handedly took that guy on, and
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now because I used dispel magic on the flame trap in the doorway, and then like it didn't even really matter because by the time we got in there, with the exception of Saxon's Eldritch Blast, like nobody really did anything anyway. It was all Vol and Saxon.
He got hit by a trap in the face as well, I think.
yes, he
That time.
did.
I mean, hey, sorry, Paul. That sucks for
Sorry.
you, I guess. Like, I don't know what you would expect me to do about it.
I don't think he expected you to do anything about it.
Attaboy.
Well,
He's learning.
What's everybody else at then?
I'm full.
Full.
Okay, so it's pretty much just him. I've lost 9. That's not really any point to nothing.
I'm at
Uh,
14 feet.
We can take a short rest in the room that we took the long rest
Yeah, I mean,
when we passed by.
I can give him a couple of low level heals too to get us going. First levels, they're not really that much of a waste. So,
Yeah, but you
if
never
we're
know
not-
when you need one more.
I mean, yeah, but right now it's only 2, and I'd hate to backtrack the whole way and take a short rest. Let's save the short rest for later because that'll work better for Saxon if he uses spells.
But we have fast travel.
Not
I
when
mean-
enemies are nearby. Have you
if
ever
we're
laid
not-
in bed, not able to sleep, and realized that you can't sleep when enemies are nearby?
That's just because I assume everyone's an enemy.
Hold on, I feel
That's
left
because
out.
of the creatures lurking under your bed.
There's
we're
not
not-
enough space for creatures to lurk under my bed. Also, tell them to stop making so much fucking noise.
If we're not in combat, can I? Do we get max roll on the cure wounds?
Yeah, we'll just go with that for now. Actually, I had a noise complaint last night because somebody was banging in the room next to him at 1 a.m. They're like, they're pounding on the wall. This is really annoying. Give them like 5 minutes, dude. It'll be done. I didn't say that, but
Yeah, so it's like what 12 then per cast.
for first level,
I think.
yeah,
Well,
it would be for you.
D8 plus 4.
yeah, it would be. Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
20, 24. How's that do you, Volt?
24 hit points.
Yeah.
That puts me at 38.
And what's your max?
I think 40.
Probably.
Like that.
It's a pretty decent number for him, at least.
Okay, so he's close enough to full that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Alright.
north or northeast?
Let's go beast.
Fair enough. I'll let Zach take a look at the door. Although I don't think it's trapped.
You are also convinced, so that you know that there is an entrance that goes from the north one, if I remember right, or the northeast one, to the room that you guys were in. Oh, I know it doesn't. Okay. Oh, I thought there was. There hasn't. Okay.
So we're going north.
Northeast.
Uh,
Oh my
okay.
goodness. Leg. No. Bad leg. Stop. Stop.
While you are lagging, I'm going to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
I've got 2 more expertise points. Okay. I put one of them. I put them into forger kit. So I'm a master forger now.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
You should put the other one in fishing, so you can be a masturbator.
Dude, inappropriate.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
And the second one, I'm still thinking of putting it into sleight of hand or thieves tools. If I do that, I'm going to get a very, very good sleight of hand.
Where do you have your
Or
other 2
thieves
points
tool.
of expertise?
Stealth and investigation.
Offhand, I would say either of the 2 would work well for your character. I don't know that I want you to have good sleight of hand. That's entirely beside the point.
Given how socially based your character is, having like insight or one of the like intimidation could also be really good. I don't know if you have
I have
intimidate.
nothing on charisma. Nothing.
Okay, then perhaps something like insight.
Yeah, I would guess insight would be really good then.
The reason I suggest that also is you have been aware that Saxon, like a lot that comes out of his mouth, is less than truthful, and somebody needs to keep him in check.
Okay, that's not fair. It's mostly truthful.
He's not arguing with the person needs to be, or somebody needs to keep him in check.
Well, of course not. That would be just a bold-faced lie. Like, but it's not that he's just everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. It's that it's not
Everything that comes out of his mouth has at least a lie attached to it.
It's just not the whole truth. Like when he I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. He just stops at I swear to tell the truth.
I don't kill every child I see, just 1 or 2 out of every group.
Just
And
a
a
selective
whole
few.
All
No,
right, so
like he would say, I don't kill every child I see, and then stop. You can take that however you want to take it. Maybe he only was left 1 child alive. Maybe he hasn't killed any children. He tells the truth. Just not the whole truth, and definitely not nothing but the truth. So help him God.
So the door is unlocked and slightly ajar. You're able to walk through the door and the following 2 without an issue. So you guys can move through there fairly easily. As you get up to the next actual room,
I'm
you'll see it
gonna
when you guys
stop outside that door.
outside that one right there.
Yeah, I didn't know how far you wanted me to go, so
Okay.
I'm gonna stop.
Well, Zach's at the spot where it gets to the description. So, in the center of this room is a weathered tree that looks leafless, like a leafless willow, rooted in a terrace depression. The bottom of this hollow is filled with oily water, a few inches deep. Across the room, beyond the dead tree, is another doorway. Around the sides of the room, a 5-foot wide ledge encircles the tree. The walls of this room are beaded with condensation.
Let's cut the tree down.
That's what the tree looks like.
That's a tree?
Yep.
You're a tree.
Creepy.
Is it undead?
Is it?
Not a tree. That's a nightmare.
I don't know what it is, but it looks like it can suck your brains.
So that's what you guys see in there. What do you do?
What I would like to investigate the consistency of this oily water, but I will
Okay.
do so from a distance,
How long of a distance?
outside the door, peeking in.
kind of distance.
May I guidance this investigation roll?
It's like I don't
It's-
really.
yeah, but it's at
get
disadvantage
that
because
thing.
you're not near enough to actually see anything. So yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
damn.
Give me a history check at disadvantage with guidance.
I'm going to give you advantage.
At normal with guidance.
Aw.
16. That's not bad.
Uh, you're not exactly sure about the oily water, but it definitely does. It almost looks like maybe there's like a bit of tar mixed with it, of some sort. It looks sticky, but at the same time, you don't think it is sticky.
It might be flammable, though.
The possibility exists. You're not sure until you try.
Does anybody have a torch?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I have a torch.
I can try to pop my head in and say hello.
It's a tree.
It looks alive.
Well-
I mean, somewhat alive.
I mean, considering everything else we've run into here, it probably isn't just a tree.
I mean, just look at Tupac. A few days ago, he was a statue.
Speaking of Tupac, when you guys went through the room, he was still in were-tiger form, just cleaning himself.
Oh yeah, and we forgot to tell him to please remove the big hunk of gold from his safe place so we can bring it along.
Oh, he's taking the whole tiger with him when you guys leave. This
Oh,
floor.
okay.
Like
Then
he's
that doesn't
he's
matter.
not leaving his tiger.
At the very least, and he will protect that gold with his life.
So
I'm gonna try and say hello in all the languages I can.
It's gonna eat your brain.
you can hear the echo of the chamber bouncing back your words at you.
Is it
Oh,
really-
I have the strongest urge, and I'm not gonna do it.
I poke
You
it
want
with
to
my
push
jab.
Zach in there? That's just mean.
No, I was gonna fire off a Eldritch Blast and then run. Good luck, guys! Woo!
Will it set fire to the water if it is flammable?
Eldritch Blast is
Can't-
force damage, not fire.
Can I make an insight check on the tree?
Sure.
Maybe it's still alive and just playing inanimate.
Give me a history check with it, actually. With the insight there.
15 and 11.
Looks like a tree.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like it obviously has a reason here, but you're not sure what it is. But it is a tree, as far as you can tell.
I'm gonna pat Zach on the shoulder, giving him guidance, and then telling him to think about it some more.
So go ahead and re-roll a history check with guidance. You're gonna sit down and actually pull out your omen scroll, see if there's something in there as you're thinking about it, and with divine insight, you realize that
21.
re-looking at this room here, you realize that this probably has something to do with one of the gods of the Omen Empire. It was this one appears to be dead, but when it was alive, it would have probably represented like one of the gods of nature, the god of harvest or something like that.
Well, now I definitely want to burn it.
Well, you go there and burn it. I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
See, but don't we need to get to the other side anyway?
Do you?
Hey,
Right.
Vol, can you check it if it's undead or anything?
Yeah, I can. Hold on.
You do your whole divine thing, You sense no undead in the vicinity. How far is the range on your thing?
Well, you want me to do
Divine Sense.
Divine Sense?
60 feet. Undead. Fiend Celestial.
You sense the presence of a fiend in a room to the north, but you do not sense undead anywhere near you or in the room in front of you.
Can I do that?
Yeah, and I just gave you the information for that.
Oh, I thought that was for...
Oh wait, you're doing detect good and evil. No, I
I'm
was
gonna
just
lift
doing.
up a lead sheet.
Do you really want to cast that? You can.
Yeah.
Okay. How far away are you? You're not even 30 feet away from the tree yet, so you'd have to actually step into the room to tell for sure.
Okay, well...
But detecting good and evil around you, you're detecting a lot of neutrality. Neither good nor evil, except from, Saxon, who does not have a lead sheet, and you're detecting, while not overflowing like Voldemort evil, you are detecting like this mixture of could care less and evil. Sounds pretty accurate, I think.
Yeah. So, is this close enough?
Let's see.
Make sure you guys grab me if something happens.
You're in heavy
Alright.
armor. If he gets you, you're fucked.
I'll ready an action to pull him back through the door.
That's a good point. I will ready an action.
I'm going to give him advantage.
What action are you readying, Saxon?
Misty Step.
You're going to run away?
No.
Alright. So you take a step in there. As you do, you can see the aura come into place of it. It is, while not excruciatingly evil as a tree, it does have an evil aura around it. And one of the vines comes slinging out of the water and wrap around your foot quickly. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
With advantage.
With normal.
Didn't I give him advantage?
Yep, but it's at disadvantage normally.
Oh, Jesus.
So it becomes normal. So yeah, you get grabbed, and Gruck, you have a chance to do an athletics check to pull him in, because you did ready in action.
Okay. Oh.
Give him advantage. Give him advantage.
So you go push him in. Yeah, getting rid of them all. Woo!
Take him away! We don't need him anymore!
Vol, you get yanked and pulled by your leg in there very quickly as we going to say roll initiative. Has anybody rolled yet? Because hold on, if you haven't, I need to.
I have not.
Everybody.
That works. I'm struggling with something at the moment.
Zach has, okay. And,
Are we good to roll?
hold on. Yes, you are now.
So, I rolled 17.
Yeah, I just changed it. For some reason, it didn't stay in there. Ah!
It got mine.
Well, Saxon, it is your turn first.
No, fuck you guys. I'm just gonna walk away. I heard everything that was going on.
That's right, you did.
Hey, I didn't say shit.
Y'all are gonna die.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't mean any of it.
So did he got pulled like the second he walked through the threshold?
Yes. It had a ready to action for that. And, like, there's tendrils moving around it now. You can see this. There's 6 of them all together. As well as the creature itself.
It really didn't want to talk to me, did it?
No. It also has no language, so.
Oh.
It's just
Well,
a corrupted.
I don't feel that
dead
bad
crew.
anymore.
So, you walking away, Saxon?
No, well, the big problem is, like, can I, like, lean past, who is that, Gruck?
Yeah.
That's standing in the middle of the doorway?
Yes.
That's 5th edition. You can walk through where I'm standing. You just can't end your turn where I'm standing.
Well, that's the problem. I don't want to walk through it. I want to, like, move you out of the way so I can cast a spell with the thing.
You can lean in, cast, and move back.
Yeah, you can, like, enter my space, cast, and then move back.
Alright. That's what I'll do. Would that work? Given that it's inanimate? Does it get, like, saving throws?
Yes, it
Well,
does.
It's a tree. It's probably got a pretty good constitution. Anyway, let's try that.
Alright, so you're hexing it. What skill check are you reducing? Skill check's at?
Constitution?
Okay. There is no skill checks attached to Constitution.
Yeah. Alright, wisdom.
Okay.
No. No, hang on. He's got people.
Bro, strength.
I'd say either strength or dexterity. Acrobatics. Would those tendrils, would that, like, basic insight, that's...
It should be a strength check to keep him.
Right?
It should be a strength check to keep him, yes.
Alright, then strength.
Alright. Alright, so that's your bonus action.
And then...
Holy. Oh.
Alright, so you lean in, and you get 2 shots, by the way. Your first shot, it flies, and you see the thing unnaturally move, and it flies right past it.
With a 19?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. 20?
That time, like, you do that first shot, and you shoot another one as it moves to the one air, and you just barely graze it, but you do hit it. So go ahead and roll me your hex damage with that. Alright. Vol.
I'm the evil thing here.
Might the hell out of them.
You are still being grappled by this tendril, and you are restrained. You have the restrained condition, which I don't recall what restrained does specifically. Where is
So,
my...
pretty much ungrapple myself. I thought I just had my leg grappled.
You can, yeah, you are still, like, it's still pulling you, like, you're actively, like, the force of that. You could attack it, you could get yourself out. Those are your choices for that. Or you can just ignore that. Like, does anybody have their player's handbook handy?
0 movement speed, attack rolls against him have advantage, his attacks have disadvantage, and he has also disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay.
That's restrained.
I'll say I usually have my DM screen, but I have no idea where it's at.
Is he bringing me towards him?
Yes, he is. And as he is, he turns around a little bit, and what you look like roots are opening up, and you can see a very large, toothy mouth that's getting ready to just start chomping away at you. And with how sharp those teeth look, you're pretty sure plate mail is not going to be much of an issue for it.
Is anybody else envisioning a Sarlacc pit?
Without
little
being
bit, yeah.
inside, without being a pit, yes, very much so. And you're kind of Boba Fett at the moment.
Uh, Sucks
But he
to suck.
survives. He survives.
Depends on the lore. Actually, it is not canon anymore. We don't know if he survives.
Suck on that.
He's still a badass. By doing nothing.
So what do you do, Vol?
How big is his mouth?
It's big enough to get most of you in it. It'll take a few bites, but you're pretty sure it can eventually eat you.
I don't know what I want to do. Part of me wants to. I think my initial plan was to have my sword out, and that way, when I get close enough to his mouth, just stab up. But I don't think that's still going to help me.
You can do that. It just probably will get a good bite on you.
You can try to break off.
That's the only thing I can do. But
Or try to break out.
is there a disadvantage to break out?
Is there a disadvantage to strength? I think it was just dexterity, right?
Just dexterity.
Yeah, so you got your strength saving throw to break out.
Saving
It's
throw
only-
or athletics?
Strength saving throw. And that's enough. You're able to force your leg out of it as you're going through there. You have... it'll take up just a portion of your movement. You can stand up with the rest of your movement, and you're still right there, so...
Can I attack?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Let me see. Am I doing that right?
You need to make an attack first.
Oh.
Oh, jeez, that good.
Which will hit. Alright, you still have one more attack.
Don't mind if I do.
So your first slash at your sword brims with fire as you bring it through and smack it. You makes a shrieking noise as your sword slices through it, which throws you off a bit. And you go to slice it again, and it moves again unnaturally away from your blade.
Okay, do I do any extra damage
Shit tree.
for the branding, Mike?
Yeah, it does the radiant damage there at the top. You already rolled it.
Oh, okay.
I just took that.
Oh.
So.
I
All
forgot
right.
what else does the branding smite do? Doesn't it make it...
Click the spell description in the spell section, and we'll put it out so we can read it real quick. 'Cause I'm not sure. I'm honestly not very familiar with a lot of the smites of of the paladin. Most paladins just convert a spell into a smite because it does a D8 instead of the D6 that normal spell smites do.
It cannot become invisible, and it sheds dim light in 5-foot radius.
Okay, so it's now a glowing tree. That doesn't make it any less
Okay.
scary.
But it definitely makes it fruity.
You see, as Vol, you're
I'll
standing
go
there
with
with...
I'm gonna get
Next to it,
so much hate
You
for
see
that.
one tendril coming up at you, and you see two tendrils snaking off very quickly, with a third coming up very quickly behind those towards Gruck. They're going to start on Gruck. A 23 hits you, right?
Yep.
So out of those three, you're able to fend off two of them, but one of them does manage to wrap around your waist and starts yanking you on the inside. You do have a chance to do a disadvantage strength saving throw.
Does that give me an attack of opportunity since it's
No.
moving? Okay. Oh,
Because it's still right next to you.
I know.
So
Tentacle.
close.
Almost at it.
Alright, so you get yanked 25 feet closer. And this one's on Volt. You do feel a wrap around your legs again, as it does restrain you from moving.
What the hell?
It's mostly trying to... It's basically trying to get you in a nice little, wrapped up thing so it can eat you easier.
So in a cocoon.
And you said 25 feet closer?
Yes. And
Okay.
it will pull you at a slight angle if it needs to a little bit, but That's 25 feet exactly. So, but yeah, you're getting yanked in. You're like trying to pull yourself back, but it's far stronger than you thought it was. As you're getting up there, you will see the teeth from this angle, which you could not see from the back one, as it moves slightly and like it moves almost gelatin-like underneath Vol a little bit as the vines pull him in slightly, and it goes to attack Vol. 23 to hit, Vol.
Yeah.
14 damage as it does bite into you. I rolled fairly poorly.
You rolled only 19 was your lowest roll. No, 18.
No, I mean on the damage. That was a 5, 2 2s, and a 1 on d8s. This thing has like the potential damage of 36 damage in one bite. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So he bites into him. That is all it's doing this turn, though. So that's all it can do.
You
Gruck.
sound so disappointed.
I am. Gruck, it is your turn. You are next to it. You're being pulled towards it. You can see the giant mouth biting into Vol. It's moving almost like a saw through his leg.
See, now I'm just imagining the ending scene in Jaws.
See, the way this is going in my mind, it almost looks like a tree version of Sarlacc pit in Army of the Dead. Like almost like an Ash style fight where it's just like unnatural and like, wait, what the hell is happening?
In what now?
Army of the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness?
Sure.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I have not seen that since freshman year in college. So, yeah.
You want me to bring it again?
Yeah, kind
You
of.
should make a list of movies you would like for me to bring.
So, what do you do, Brooke?
Is it an action or movement to try to break free?
It is part of movement to try to break free. Half your movement is what I'm doing for that.
Okay.
You can just go hog wild on it, step forward with it, go with the momentum, and just plant your axe into it. It's what axes do. Take down trees.
That's actually what I was wondering too. Is that it does say that I'm restrained, but if it's trying to pull me towards it and I just move towards it, would that be valid?
Well, it is actively trying to pull you with it, so you could basically not restrain yourself or not fight it and be right next to it this turn.
I accept my fate.
I'm gonna go right up beside him then.
All right.
Of course, I still have disadvantage on attacks, though, right?
Yes.
Well, can I do a medicine check to see how it looks so far, because it has taken damage already?
It's not looking good. You can see some spots where sap is pouring from the tree. And you are a war caster, or a war cleric, so you have fun abilities, so...
Yeah, but I'm trying to decide whether or not they're worth it, or if he's taken enough damage that I don't really need to.
Give me a medicine check, even though I don't think normal... Give me a nature check.
Oh.
It is still at... you can. I'll let you take your choice on how you want to do this. It's either beyond full health, like it's healing itself, or it's so close to dead, and that, why are you even bothering holding a weapon?
I'm guessing that it is immensely strong, and we've barely made a dent.
It seems to be healing itself. That sap looks like it's actually sealing the wounds.
Yeah, so I will be casting Spirit Guardians this turn.
All right. That's a wisdom, right?
Double check.
Yeah, I think it's wisdom.
15, and you should have what?
Yep, it is wisdom.
And what's yours check?
15.
Okay,
and it's at the start of its turn.
Yeah, it's when it first enters it, and then at the start of every turn.
Yeah.
So, So it does pass that one. But
Still takes half damage.
yeah, it still takes half damage. So go ahead and roll it still. And you still have a bonus action. What do you want to do with that?
Okay, there's that, which I could have done first. And I don't think I'm going to do anything on this bonus action.
Alright.
Well,
By the way, if you have a cleric prepared going in and you already have Spirit Guardians cast when you go into combat, you summon your spiritual weapon and then attack with the war. You can do some serious amounts of damage in one round. Serious amounts of burst.
I'm debating on casting spiritual weapon, but I think I'll hold it.
Alright. So, Zach.
I'm gonna hide as a bonus action. 14.
Alright. You don't know if it worked or not. Go ahead. What else do you want to do?
I don't really want to get manhandled by that thing because I have an 8 strength, so I'm gonna stay hidden. And I'm going to ready my action to shoot an arrow after his next turn.
Alright.
Before I go again, basically.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, before Gruck.
Saxon. By the way, Gruck, how do you want your spirit guardians to manifest? You have 3 or 4 guardians that are moving around you, celestial or demonic of some sort, and they look like however you want. Like I had a dwarf that had them look like female, dwarf Valkyries, or yeah. I've had necromantic ones that had them look like Grim Reapers. I have seen people have them look like giant lollipops circling around them.
I think it would probably be appropriate for them to take on the appearance of orc barbarians.
Alright. So there is a bunch of orc barbarians running around you attacking the thing. That's what it looks like as they're like circling and moving around.
In loincloths with clubs.
I actually had a female character in another game, not my character, it's the person playing with. She was in love with one of the party members. And so her spirit guardians was that party member and loincloths.
No, all right then.
Nice.
By the way, the person playing that character is male and straight, so it's hilarious to see him make up things like that. But alright, so I just wanted to... Okay, so you have orc barbarians circling around, attacking it with giant clubs. Very feral style. Alright, so Saxon, what do you do?
No, damn it. Wrong. Ignore that.
Ignoring
You
it.
slap at the dick.
You come around the corner, you
I
shoot
missed.
twice, and you wildly miss. As you see, like, half of Vol inside this thing. Like, he's shorter than he used to be.
Well,
He
it was
lost a
nice
few
knowing
inches.
you.
Hey, at least you have nice last words there, you know? At least you know where you're going.
He'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Oh.
We're all so
Shake it off.
Saxon starts singing Taylor Swift.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Oh.
Tis a flesh.
So...
When Vol goes, would it bardic inspiration I could give him to help him get out?
Yes, you could. You can give him Bardic Inspiration now on your as your bonus action, and he can use
That's
it
what
how
I
he
want
wants.
to do. Yeah.
Alright, so you have is it a D6 or a D8 for your level right now?
D6.
Okay. Alright, Vol, you have a D6 of Bardic Inspiration you can use with pretty much any D20 roll, is basically where it is. Alright. Vol.
Can I do the strength check to see if I can get out and then attack and all that stuff? Like I did
Yes, you
last
can.
turn?
you are not able to break your the grasp of the creature this time. Like, it's just really hard when there's like 1-inch dagger teeth sticking into your leg. Yeah, this is not your guys' fight.
Does my branding smite still work, or is that just for that one turn?
That's just for that one turn. I mean, it's still glowing,
For 1 minute.
but all right, and that is, you have to roll that at disadvantage. So roll again.
Good lord.
So close.
Well, it was nice hanging out with you guys. See you later.
All right, so unfortunately,
Oh, can I add 6 to that 15?
you sure can if that's what you want to do.
That's what
It's
I'm
a
gonna do.
roll. It's a roll, not a
Oh, I have
just
to
a
roll.
6. Yeah, it's a d6.
Oh.
You can keep it if you want. You have like 10 minutes of it. I mean,
Yeah, you can
one
save
use
it for
but 10
something
minutes.
else.
True. I'll wait.
All right, you do have one more attack too. I roll it
will.
at disadvantage this time, so it actually rolls both at the same time.
Oh, come on.
So you just basically drop your sword?
Yeah, you go
Or
to
just
stab
chug
it.
it at the thing.
You go to stab it, and you
I mean,
see another
fucking-
tendril come wraps up around your sword, grabbing the hilt, and it just yanks it out of your hand. Your sword is now tink 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 a little bit away from you.
That's
You have
mine.
You have the wooden sword. You have your other weapons still, but that sword is no longer available. It is in the murky, oily water, and you will have to retrieve it after the combat.
Can I use
Wow.
Force. It doesn't seem to work.
Am I the only one that's kind of really hoping that Gruck goes all mental this fight?
He just needs to get whipped.
Haven't taken damage yet. We'll
All
see.
right. So, it's still got both of you restrained. It can't see anybody else to restrain anyone. Its mouth does pull away from Vol, and does move to Gruck since it is intelligent enough to know that you're the one doing damage to it at the moment.
And he needs to make a wisdom save now. At the start of its turn.
Oh, you're right. He does, and he fails. So I'll just use the roll that was before, unless you want to roll it again real quick.
Well, it is a separate roll as far as I know, so.
All right, go ahead.
That's even better.
All right. So
I even
it'll
rolled
take
a
the
1 on
damage.
that.
Alrighty. So this is at advantage to hit you. 24 to hit.
Whew.
With 27 damage. That is a very good chunk of damage that you take. I am going to have you take your wisdom check, please. I kind of want to say at disadvantage, but I'm not going to be that mean.
No. Only a 12. I don't
So.
remember. I don't think that does it.
I'll tell
I
you
know
in a
I put
second.
it in here.
It's actually a thing in your.
It's a 15.
It's a
Oh,
15. Vol, you're sitting there. You're like looking at your leg bleeding. You look over. You seeing it attack him, and you just see foam start pouring from the side of the mouth
Wow.
of Gruck as he's like shaking, becoming more angry. You can see his blood pressure rising. His muscles seem to be growing in size.
Eyes are bloodshot. On the plus side, I'm going to go down shortly, so you might not have to worry about it.
All right, Gruck. Your spirit guardians are still there. You are now in a berserk rage.
Can I shoot my prepared arrow?
Yes, you can.
Did he see me or not? Because I hid and I would like to have advantage. If he
You do
didn't
not
see
have advantage.
He saw me?
Yeah, I went with his passive perception.
Jesus, this guy. That's bigger than 40.
Yes.
Actually,
Actually, this is one of the higher passive perceptions I've seen in a.
nope.
Nope. The terrifying appearance of everything is just throwing you off enough that you're not able to steady your bow in the way you wish to. By the way, Gruck, you did add the additional hit points for the Berserk Axe, right? When you attuned to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Alright, so Gruck.
Can I still use my movement to try to break free?
Yes, because you're like in a complete rage, so.
Oh, and disadvantage.
Not quite able to break free. But you do have your attacks, and you do have to make them against them. I would say, like, to the point that your character is just, like, swinging wildly, like, using your attack. You still can use your plus 10 to hit if you need to.
I don't think I will on the first one, but I'm also going to be using a War Priest charge to give me a second attack, so...
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll probably look at it and I'll decide whether or not to use it on
I won't tell you if they hit or not until you tell me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
Well, I
You have,
suppose
how
it'd
many
be
do you have? How many do you have a day? One.
2 channel divinities per long rest, I believe.
Short or long, actually. And so your choice. Do you want to use them? You can use both of them. You are berserking. You are trying to bring honor to your god.
I guess I'm curious as to how it interacts with the disadvantage, because I want to use it on the first one, but then if I use it on the second one, I mean, realistically, no. I'm going to be using both, one on each attack.
And is that what you want to do? Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it is.
Both of them hit cleanly. It cries out in pain with a shriek. Almost piercing. I can't get that high. My voice hurts a little bit.
Call Chloe.
Call Chloe. No, let's not call Chloe. Oh, shrieks as you pierce through it. For everybody else that isn't Gruck, it is looking very, very damaged. Vol, you're not sure which is scarier at the moment. Gruck or the tree? Zach.
It's the tree.
I was pretty sure the tree is probably still more scary.
I'm gonna hide with a 23.
Yes, you will.
Okay, and I'm gonna poke it with an arrow, hopefully. 19. Nope.
Nope, you just barely miss. It moves unnaturally as it just glances off some of the bark, barely chipping off anything.
That's it.
Saxon.
High,
Yeah, it is.
especially for something so big.
It moves unnaturally quickly.
Like, okay. When you say it looks really bad off, do I think that one more round of Gruck being alive is going to kill it?
Yes, but one more round of Gruck being alive may kill Vol.
Right. How do I think Gruck is going to be alive for another round?
Possibly. Not likely, but possibly.
Actually, the chances are fairly decent, depending on how many times it hits me.
Well, okay. Basically, I'm
Maybe.
trying to figure out which one of the two of them I need to heal more.
Oh yeah, you're a bard. I was like, how do you have to heal? Gruck is worse off, but Vol is insanely minded.
Right, but I can just put Gruck to sleep after all this is done.
Maybe. You know, I just realized something that you guys haven't been adding in.
What's that?
We're not retroactively adding it in, but we will from this point on. Anybody within, 15 or 30 feet of Vol gets additions to their saving
Okay,
throws.
once we're done
because
with
or is
that
that or is that a higher level?
that's the one we bought.
This what?
This
This is
that-
the one we bought.
That's a sixth level.
Once you're done with this ball,
Well,
that
yeah,
ball,
you guys are 6th level
you're
though.
towards the digit of our
Okay.
next ball.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
up
wait
there
for
is
them to
one
finish.
I made.
And it's like 10 or 15 feet.
You have
At
an
6th
ability
level.
Vol at one. I think it's 6th level, where everybody that's near you gets your charisma bonus to their saving throws,
The
including you.
aura of courage. I think it's called.
Is that for the fallen out?
Do what?
Is that for my race?
It's from your class, Paladin. Just base Paladin gets it.
Oh.
Yeah, aura of protection. 6th
Yeah.
level.
So what's your charisma? What 3 modifier?
No, it's 3.
So everybody would have been getting a +3 to their saving throws if they're within 15 feet? Was it
10 feet.
10 feet? So Gruck will,
Oh,
which means Gruck would have passed his berserk, but
I would have also passed my strength check to not be restrained.
so
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true. He had a 14.
so important to know your abilities.
Things happen.
Well, I'm not used to playing a paladin, so
No, it's all good. It's all good. It just dawned on me though. I'm like, oh man.
It
Fun
makes
fact,
it
Matt.
more interesting too.
Well, it is.
The more you know.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, for you, Gruck, go into your settings. You can add to your global. I wish I could just mute him. I can't wait till Twitch comes out with their thing.
You mean Discord?
No, Twitch. Twitch
Why?
is something
Why
new. There's an integration. Oh, he's so. D&D Beyond and Twitch are one and the same. Like they're part of the same company, and they're working on it.
every once in a while for decent soup. That's not
I'm
bad.
just gonna wait a second. I feel like I can't talk over them.
Welcome to the masquerade.
All right, but basically what they're doing is Twitch has a streaming like a channel where you can do a talk like Skype is. Don't have to stream it to do it, and they're integrating an overlay with D&D Beyond, so you can actually use your characters from D&D and Beyond in there, and it actually puts like your portrait in there, your HP, your plus to hit, what weapons you're using. Everybody can see everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. I looked at that when you posted that up.
Yeah.
Yes, that does look awesome.
It looks amazing, and I cannot wait for them to have that. And it'll be so nice. All right, so Saxon, what do you do?
Give that to Crook. I want to make sure he's alive.
Aww.
That is
Well,
a cure.
sweet.
You're casting Cure Wounds?
No,
'Cause you have-
shit, no. God damn it. I keep clicking the wrong one because they're right next to each other.
Okay, I just had to ask. Because I'm like, please, by all means, get up next to them. Do you want to do anything with your regular action? That was just a bonus.
I want to hold it.
Okay, to do what?
Cast sleep on Gruck if he kills it.
Got it. Vol.
Again.
Now, like I was saying earlier, though, for you, you can go in and change on the global modifier for your saving throws and add +3 to them all, including charisma. Did you add that on yet, or no?
Yeah, I was gonna roll a trial to make sure I got
No, I
it in
mean,
right.
Vol has not. So that's actually a 17. Because you get your charisma modifier on all your saves at all times. In addition, so like even on charisma, you get your charisma modifier and your charisma modifier
So it works on me also?
all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
That's why I said
well,
go into your character sheet under settings. You can actually add a +3 to all your saving throws permanently. So you're able to pull your foot out. It's because of your your divinity blessed upon you. You're able to actually do this because of your righteous fury.
Okay, hold
or
on. So what do I?
unrighteous fury
In the middle of the page, there's a thing, global saving throw modifier.
in settings.
Oh. Okay, let's change it to 3.
It should be a 0 right now, right?
Yeah, put it on
Then
3.
yes. Yes.
Wait, you get his?
He gets his charisma modifier to it, and if you're within 10 feet of him, you also get his charisma modifier
okay.
on it. Yeah.
I was checking. I was making sure it's his charisma modifier, not I get mine if I'm within 10.
Nope, you get his. That's
Okay.
why it's so awesome. Like, paladins are sick. They really are. They're one of the better classes.
Also, I would rather have mine. Just throwing it out there.
So I do pass.
Oh, yeah, you're able to pull your foot out with ease.
Then I'm going to pull this out.
Keep hoping you're
Try-
going to use the obsidian sword.
What? What'd you say?
I keep hoping you're going to use your obsidian longsword.
But I don't know what it does.
That's why I keep hoping. Either way, the Warhammer does miss. You do have a second swing, though.
Maybe I should use my sword.
Are you familiar with all the abilities you give, though, for Oathbreaker? I don't recall, but I think there's something in there that's kind of fun. I think it does extra damage for everything that's not undead. Which means all your opponent or friends take more damage, too, if I recall. But
Yeah. Well, my wings give off an aura, too. What does that do? Is that necrotic damage or something like that?
It adds necrotic damage to your attacks, I know that. Let's see. This is part of the reason I have D&D Beyond with all the purchases now, guys. So, like, it can give you everything if you want. I can send you guys invites, so you can read everything about your characters. It has all the rules in it, and you'll have access to all the books being in that campaign with me. Alright, so... skeletal, flightless wings, ghostly appearance. You instantly transform. Creatures within 10 feet of you must succeed on a DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus charisma modifier, or become frightened of you until the end of your next turn. During the transformation, which lasts for 1 minute, which you can end as a bonus action, you deal extra necrotic damage to one target when you deal damage to with an attack or a spell. The extra necrotic damage equals your level. You also have... Yeah, you also have the ability Healing Hands, by the way. As an action, you can touch a creature and cause it to regain hit points equal to your level. So you know how you have Lay on Hands? You also have Healing Hands. That gives another few points of healing.
So I can, like, touch somebody and take them pretty much.
Dude, like, ASMRs are sick. After this game, before everybody logs out, I'll give you guys the link for D&D Beyond. And you can... I already have your guys... I have, I think, 2 or 3 of your characters made up on there. There's a lot to convert over.
Real quick before Vol ends his turn, did you get that whisper, Vol?
Yes, I did.
OOC, I highly recommend it.
And it does take an action to activate your wings, by the way. So it's a good thing to do as you're charging into combat. But you do still have 1 more attack, Vol.
And hopefully his movement, or at least some of it.
Okay. I'm going to attack again.
That hits. Would you like to expend a spell slot and add in smite damage?
Yes. So just do that, or... Well, hold on.
You just get a roll 2d8 for a level 1, 3d8 for a level 2.
Just do
Just straight adds damage.
/R 3d8, right? There you go.
Alright. How do you want to end this?
Is he dead?
Yeah, you killed it.
I don't know if I want to bring this up, but I can't help myself. Technically speaking, because I'm Berserk and because Spirit Guardians is still active, technically I do now see Vol as an enemy because
It's
of
when
the
you
Berserking.
cast it. It's when you cast it, though.
Okay.
You specified during casting who is friend, who is foe. So, thankfully, Spirit Guardians is not going to be attacking Vol.
Okay, that I was wondering that.
And it will also not hamper his movement. So, how do you want to finish it off? What do you do with your roleplay flair?
Pretty much I take my Warhammer and pretty much just go straight. Wait, how's his mouth? Is his mouth like this or is it like this?
It's kind of in the roots, like below you. It chomps them down.
Oh, well, that's lame. I just pretty much take a big, nice hard swing at the actual like trunk and just bust it.
So you bring it around, swinging as hard as you can, bringing it right into the trunk. As the impact hits, you can see waves of the strength of the hit rolling around it as cracks form along the tree base, and it stops moving, letting out almost a long sigh sound. You look up in happiness as you see Gruck looking at you with hunger in his eyes, his blade lusting to feast on you.
Can I move here? Or here?
You can move your 30 feet, yeah.
I'm going to move there and hope to God that Saxon can do something.
Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut the door.
Shut the door!
All right, Saxon. He is berserked. It's down. You have your action. What do you do? You said something about sleep. Does that best the hit points you have left, Gruck?
Oh, the 32?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
So Saxon pulls a successful version of Tony Stark. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And with a spell penetration, he says that one time to you, and you just fall over limply in the oily water.
Now, curiously, how does does that impact the racial at all?
Which part? What do you mean?
No.
That's not actual damage.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No, it's,
Yeah. It's if I can beat if I roll higher than what you have left, it forces you to go to sleep. That's all it is.
yeah. So you are asleep, like snoring logs, peaceful, happy,
I'll be right back.
in oily water.
Well, okay, somebody go get him the fuck out of here.
Is the water deep enough for him to...
Yeah, he's like the water's along his cheek line. He's not actually. He's breathing. He's fine.
To illustrate how close it was, if he had rolled max on his healing word, he would have only tied me. Because I'm at 30.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So you are asleep, having beautiful dreams of carnage and war.
All good, right?
And my foes bleeding, their entrails dripping from them.
Yep.
Eyes bulging out of their sockets as I feast on their brain. All right, that might be
Zach,
too much.
give me a perception check as you come in there.
Okay, I was afraid I tripped on something. 16.
As you're coming in, checking things, you can see in its mouth, which is now wider open because it's dead, the remnants of whoever came into this room previously. A small bag catches your eye. And it catches your eye because of a glint of something from just underneath the side of the lid.
Can I make one more insight check on the tree? I want to make sure it's dead and it's not playing dead.
It is dead.
I don't want to get near its mouth and it will just start chomping on me.
It is dead. You're good.
I'll take the bag as fast as I can and get away from the thing.
Alright, so inside the bag, you will find 12 pieces of blue jasper, worth 10 gold apiece. And the thing that caught your eye, it's a silvery rod. Actually, it's a copper-nickel alloy rod.
Huh. I wave it around.
As you do, you're waving it around, and you can see little sparks of electricity coming off of it.
Okay.
It's a definite
I
retreat.
pointed at the. Never mind. Can I make an arcana check on it?
Omaha Steak.
Absolutely, you can.
So, yeah, it's good beef.
10?
You are not sure what it is.
I... Does it have anything
Sorry,
written
had
on
to
it?
go grab dinner.
No, there is nothing written on it. I'm looking at a picture of it right now.
Does it have a button or something?
Like, you could probably spend an hour trying to figure out what it is on a short rest and figure it out.
Okay.
So, Gruck, you will wake up a few minutes later. Or a few minutes later.
Do I know what happened?
You remember it biting you, and after that, everything kind of was a little fuzzy, like almost like when you drank too much. I'm trying to remember back to the night before.
Do I
Like, got
have any
bits and pieces of it?
recollection? Do I have any recollection of Saxon putting me to sleep?
No, you remember Saxon saying something very calming, but can't remember anything past that.
Go to sleep, bro.
I will inquire to everybody what the hell happened.
You started chewing on the tree branches. And went insane.
I'm rolling an insight on that.
Hey,
Give a deception.
I have a +0, fear me, with a 6.
It seems partially true, but there's definitely something missing there. Maybe you weren't chewing on you don't remember chewing on branches.
You got hit, you went nuts. It was kind of useful.
Kinda.
How did I get knocked out? Like I don't feel hurt. How did I get knocked out?
Magic. He casted
I
something.
guess. Huh?
What?
He casted something.
Who casted something?
You, and I point at you. That's the Saxon.
He's ratting you out.
I mean, what's the big secret?
What's cast?
I hit you in the head with my hammer.
Sorry.
I hit you in the head with my hammer, and you went down. It was an accident.
Because, like, do I specifically have any sort of pain coming from my head that would cause me to believe him? With my insight technically being a little low.
Well, it sounds
That
a lot
makes
more
sense.
believable.
Like, your head's kind of fuzzy, and yeah, like seriously, you think Saxon can take you down? Vol taking you down makes a lot more sense.
And also, Zach has lied.
Zach has lied, but doesn't mean he was lying that time.
I
is Saxon.
partially lied.
This definitely could be the result of a head injury. Well, I mean, either way, I guess
You caught the
I'm
backswing on me. Attacking
I'm glad that I'm glad that I didn't hurt anybody, and I'm glad it worked out.
Hey, me too.
I shrug and give him the bag with the 12 pieces of blue jasper. Here, this is what I found in the tree.
Oh well, I mean that's worth it, I guess.
I found something else as well, but I'm yet to determine what it is. I'll tell you about it later.
You want me to take a look at it? Maybe I can help you identify it.
Sure, why not? I show him the magic stick.
Whoever has arcane skill can roll it. Whoever has the highest one can probably do it at an advantage. Since
I
you guys
don't,
are kind of working together.
I don't have it, but I can give somebody guidance for it.
I have a +6.
Saxon, do you have Arcana? Skill?
No.
Okay. So you can re-roll Arcane because he's helping you with it, but not at advantage because he doesn't have the skill. And he will give you guidance, so.
23.
All right. As you're waving it around, you'll figure out that it is a wand, and you're pretty sure of lightning bolts. It does you no good. You are positive only a spellcaster can cast it.
Dibs.
There it is.
I give it to Grok. I donate it. It's useless to me.
So.
You say you give it to me?
Yeah, I donate it. You can give it to Saxon. I don't care who has it.
I mean, I don't. It won't really do any. It won't really do any good for me. So yeah, I'll give it to Saxon. This will be far more useful in your hands.
Grok.
It's electrifying.
So much faith and trust coming from me right now. I think it's.
I wish I was
off-putting.
I was actually a thief instead of a mastermind. Because at higher level I can use any kind of magical items.
That is really nice.
Where's the damn?
But dude, Mastermind is so good.
Yeah, it's awesome as well.
Like it's so good.
Only social things, but yeah.
Hey, Vol, I remember seeing you get chewed on. How you doing over there?
I'm I don't know, half healthy, half not healthy. I don't know.
Well, there is a door to the east that is unopened.
Well, before we do that, Grok, since you're the nature guy, see if you can find any of that sap and see if it's got any healing abilities.
I'm not really a nature guy.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Not
You used
anymore.
to be. The grace of Biori has left you.
Fine. Well, then I will inspect it and roll a nature check to see if...
If you're letting me know ahead of time, I can give you guidance on it.
No, it's fine.
You're actually pretty sure that while it does not have healing properties, it would probably be something that a certain alchemist back home would be interested in.
Okay, then I collect some and...
We have, let's see here, because just recently, the clay pots that we picked up have scented. Well, no, because that's the perfumes, and we really want to keep those. What else we got?
Hey, Matt.
Somebody used a healing potion a while back. You can just use that. We'll say you have some. Yeah.
For the lightning bolt one, given that it just tosses it into the item steal, can I just add lightning bolt to my spells list and we'll just remember that it's on the wand?
What I would do is actually I would make a macro for it, but you could do that as well. You could put it in your spell list. I just make a note, like call it like lightning bolt wand or wand lightning bolt or something.
I've done that before with Spellbook.
Just make sure to note that it's a wand, and that's fine. It also is on a different DC unless your DC is 15. Because it has its own DC. So.
Vol, go ahead and add 12 to your health, too.
The door is unlocked, by the way. You guys can easily walk through it. You'll find a hallway that curves to the right, which will take you through quickly to another room, and back to the room where you guys fought the baboons. So you guys can actually take a short rest there if you'd rather.
Let's
How's
do
that?
it.